Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna share today in this video. We're gonna be talking about the SAM number 12. We're gonna be talking about the best ways for you to grind this SAM. Now, I'm really sorry I haven't made this video earlier because I had a lot of exams in the last couple of weeks and in the next week as well. So, sadly, there's not gonna be any streams this SAM. This is probably the first SAM in like 9 SAMs. Maybe when I started, it was SAM number 4. So I think this is the 8th SAM since I started. So this is the first one which I'm not going to be streaming. I'm really sorry. I have a lot of exams I have to study. And yeah, we're just going to be talking here about the best characters and ultimates in general to use in this SAM to get you a lot of points. So let's get started. Alright, so we're starting off with the best character for this SAM, which is Mitsuki. Yeah, surprisingly enough, he is the best character for this SAM. Remember when we trashed him last live stream, and when we summoned for him? By the way, I summoned for him and I got his ultimate. I'm gonna be showcasing that in another video later. Yeah, basically his kit is complete trash for everything in the game, except for the ultimate, which is only good for this SAM. So if you have it, you're probably gonna be using it only in this SAM. So basically you want to use it alone. You don't want to get any other ninjutsu in his kit. Only his ultimate, the best ninja cards that you can give your Mitsuki more attack with, and the 4 green kunais that we got in team battle number 4. They are enhancing the release time nature ultimates. Now, I don't think we got a rerun for that. Yeah, I don't think we did. I think the next rerun is gonna have the green kunais, but that's gonna be too late for this SAM though. So basically that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do that. You're gonna have only your ultimate. You're gonna get inside the room, play in solo. You're gonna do a maximum of 1.5 million damage if you hit only one part, if you are lucky enough. And by the way, there is some invisible explosion that happens after this the snakes hit a target, which is weird. Like, the snakes should not explode, and they don't explode actually. It's just an invisible area of effect where if anything comes inside that area, and now I'm talking about the parts of the SAM boss, they're gonna get damaged. So basically you can do more damage than 1.5 million damage at level 1 ultimate in case the SAM boss parts moved inside these area of effects. So you can do more damage up to 2 million, maybe even 2.1 or 2 million. So yeah, that's how you do what you can do with your ultimate at level 1. But then he has this effect in his snakes, which is that if the target is poisoned, he does more damage, and that more damage is basically 100%. You do double the damage if the SAM boss is poisoned. Now, you cannot do that with any of your kit because you don't have any ninjutsu, or even the old ultimate doesn't have a poison effect. So the only possible way to do that is if your ultimate hits, and if it's even a small chance for the poison effect to be there, because you have 3 conditions and it's random between all the 3 conditions. So even if you get the poison effect out of the snakes, it's gonna be too late because you already used your ultimate, so you're not gonna get double the damage that way. So what you need to do here is to get a good teammate that has the poison effect in their kits, and they need to poison the SAM boss for you, so you do double the damage. So that 1.5 million damage are gonna get up to 3 million. And as I mentioned before, you can even do more damage if you hit multiple parts of the SAM boss. Yeah, you're just gonna end up with a lot of damage, like maybe up to 3.5 million, maybe even up to 4 million, and that's just from level 1. But then again, you need a teammate with a poison effect. And yeah, speaking of Mitsuki, we're not gonna move on yet. This is not the optimal way to do it, but you still can use Mitsuki with his old kit. You can use his old ultimate because it's manipulate ultimate. It has the nature of manipulate, and manipulate is featured. You can use it to do some damage. If you have it at high level, it's actually going to be doing more damage. You can use the rest of his kit, the old rare jutsus, the Nibless, and I think the array thing. Of course, from his new kit, you can use the lightning snake, that one does damage as well. So these are the only 3 ninjutsu you can use, and the old ultimate is also viable because it's manipulate nature. But then it's not, I mean, I would say that it's better to use it than the other non-special shinobi, because this Sam is very hard, and 1 or 2 hits will kill any non-special shinobi. Even the special shinobi are having a hard time dealing with this this Sam boss, because in higher levels like level 38 or 39 or even 40, the Sam boss can kill a non-special shinobi in just 2 hits from the shurikens most of the time. So yeah, there you go. This is Mitsuki, and he is the best character for this Sam. Only if you use his new ultimate with, I mean, even without the poison effect on the Sam boss, but of course with the poison effect on the Sam boss, it would be even better. Alright, next up we have Sasori, and yeah, you're gonna see a lot of people playing with Sasori in this Sam because, well, special mission of Gamamichi. That mission made a lot of people pull for Sasori to get that extra 100 Shinobites, and I guess it was worth it because you can still use him in this Sam, and there are actually 2 ways to use him. So the first one is the same as Mitsuki. You're only gonna need his new ultimate and nothing else, just the best attack cards. This time I'm gonna use the manipulate kunais because his ultimate is manipulative nature, and these are the ones we got in team battle number 5. I think most of you were not there, so yeah, you probably missed that. These are the orange kunais, or the brownish kunais, brownish orange kunais, whatever the color is. I'm really bad with colors anyway. Yeah, you just need to do that and get close to the Sam boss. You know, this is probably the worst thing about this Sam, is that you're gonna have to get close to the Sam boss in most of the situations, because all of the new ultimates require you to get to the Sam boss. And by the way, this is about Mitsuki. This is something I forgot to talk about in Mitsuki. In Mitsuki's case, you need to do that as well, because there is a limit to the distance of where the snakes go up to. After a while, the snakes are gonna disappear and they're not gonna do damage. So I forgot to mention that. Now you know about it. All right. So you're gonna have to go near the Sam boss and use your ultimate, and you do 5 hits with that with the ultimate of Sasori. By the way, Mitsuki has 8 snakes, but they pretty much do the same damage as the 5 snakes, as the 5 hits for Sasori. So yeah, basically, this is one way to use Sasori, just his ultimate, and then you just wait for your ultimate again. You go in circles. Same thing for Mitsuki, by the way. You just go in circles and avoid as much shurikens, sand shurikens as possible until you get your ultimate again, and then survive until the end. Or maybe you could have been able to kill him before that. But that's only if you play in solo, and I wouldn't recommend you to play in solos, because this Sam, in my opinion, is a team based Sam. You need a lot of people to play together to finish the game faster, and I mean, at least to survive, to distract the Sam boss in different ways, so he doesn't like target only one person and kill that person. So it's better to play in teams in general. But yeah, this is one way to use Sasori. The second way is to use only his scatter showers, or you can actually add the scatter showers into your cat if you want, with the ultimates, but I wouldn't do that. I mean, it's up to you. If your ultimate, for example, does almost enough damage to kill the Sam boss, but then there's that last 200,000 damage that you can do with the scatter showers, you can get the scatter showers into your cats. But yeah, in general, I would just use the ultimate. But there's always a way to do more damage with the scatter showers with the defense debuff. So you need a defense debuffer in your team. I'm talking about Itachi version 2, or Sakura, or Sasuke version 3. Anyone that has a ninjutsu that has the defense debuff. And by the way, Itachi version 2, we're going to be talking about him in this video as well, because he's very useful. He does pretty much a lot of damage with his 2 release ninjutsu, the Amaterasu and the Fireballs. So yeah, I'm just not gonna talk about him anymore because I already talked about him now. So that's Itachi version 2 is pretty much the most optimal way to use in this Sam for defense debuff in general. And there's also Sasuke version 3, who's also good because his ultimate is release nature, and he has the defense debuff in his Inferno style ninjutsu, so you might as well use him there. These are gonna help Sasori do a lot of damage using his scatter showers. He can, Sasori can do around 600,000 or even 500,000 Did I just go down a number and say even? Anyway, 500,000 damage per one hit. So he can do 500,000 damage per one hit if the Sam boss is debuffed. The defense of the Sam boss is debuffed. So this is how you do a lot of damage using the scatter showers. But this time you're gonna need the 4 kunais from the team battle number 4. The green ones, again, most of you don't have that, but still you can still use it, and you will do a lot of damage anyway. It doesn't have to be 500,000. You can do like 300,000, but still you're gonna have to be very close to the Sam boss, and it's gonna be a little bit reckless to do that, but it's still worth it. You're gonna do a lot of damage, and you're gonna kill him in almost no time. So there you go. That's Sasuke, guys. Alright, so the third character for this Sam that you should be using is definitely the third special shinobi, which is Kakashi, the double Mangekyo Sharingan version. And of course, by the way, the other version of him, the old Kakashi with his Kamui, is completely useless as Sam. Same thing for the Rasen Shuriken for Sage Mode Naruto, and the same thing for Madara's ultimate. So don't use any of these. Old Annihilation ultimates are not useful this Sam, so stay away from these. As for the double Mangekyo Sharingan Kakashi, he's really good. If you position him right, you can actually hit all the Sam boss parts using your shurikens, both of the shurikens. By the way, he does double the damage using them. So yeah, he can do almost the same damage as Sasori does. DBS, I would say, because his cooldown is almost half what Sasori's ultimate is. So 120 seconds for Sasori, 70 seconds for level 1 Kakashi. If you have a level 3 Kakashi and level 3 Sasori, they're gonna be in the same level in my opinion. It's only the problem of level 1 and level 2, maybe even level 3, because they are a disadvantage with the cooldown. In order for Kakashi to use his ultimate twice, he's gonna need 140 seconds, and he does pretty much almost the same damage as Sasori does with his level 1 ultimate. So in these 120 or 140 seconds, because one usage of his shurikens, if you hit almost all of the parts of the Sam boss, you're gonna be able to do around 700,000 to 800,000 damage maybe. If you have a perfect attack of shuriken and you hit all the parts, you might get to 1 million. Alright, moving on to the characters that are non-special shinobis, and we're starting off with the god of this game, Itachi. Itachi is back, and he is better than ever. You're gonna use this time his new ultimate, the Yasuka Beads, to do a lot of damage because it's release type nature ultimate. And yeah, this is Itachi. He also has the Mangekyo Sharingan to do damage over time effect. And speaking of the damage over time effect and the poison effect, these are completely useless. Do not rely on them. They're not doing as much damage as the last Sams. So that means Deidara and Shikamaru are completely useless. This Sam, do not use them with their ultimates. They're not going to do as much damage. I mean, if these are the only options you have, you can still use them, but they're not going to give you that much points anyway. Yeah, so these are two of his features, his new ultimate, the Yasuka Beads and the Mangekyo Sharingan. And of course, not to forget the shurikens, because they manipulate nature attacks. And of course, with the debuff effect, the defense debuff effect that we talked about for Itachi version 2, or any other defense debuffer in the game, these are going to be doing a lot of damage. The shurikens are currently the third best nuke attacks in the game, the shurikens of Itachi. So there you go. Itachi is again in the top 5 of this Sam, in my opinion at least. Next up we have Might Guy. Now Might Guy has two ultimates, and both of them are release nature ultimates, the Sakujaku and the Herodora. I only have Herodora in my account, so I'm gonna be showcasing to you Herodora only. And there's something about Herodora that I will never understand, because last Sam release nature ultimates were resisted by 90%, and it still did a lot of damage, almost the same damage as it does in this Sam. So there's something wrong with this ultimate, or maybe that's how it was designed, and I don't understand how it works. Maybe they forgot to add something to his description, like this ultimate never gets resisted. And I feel like I was using also the 7th gate of shock. I think it's the 7th gate of shock or joy. I'm not sure. It's either shock or joy. Anyway, if you use that, you get a huge boost in attack and speed. You basically boost your attack with that 7th gate, and then you use your ultimate, right? But for Herodora, I feel like it doesn't really boost anything. It's the same damage. For Sakajaku, of course, it makes a difference, but for Herodora, I think Herodora is kind of bugged, or maybe it has a feature that we don't know about. So yeah, this is my guy, guys. He's a really good character for this Sam. Alright, so there are a lot of good characters that you can use in this Sam to do a lot of damage, but there are still two problems that we have here, which are basically the first thing, that they are non-special shinobis. They're gonna get half the points as the special shinobis do, and in order to prevent that, you need at least one special shinobi in your room, even if that special shinobi is not doing any damage or even dead. You just need one special shinobi in the room to get the full amount of points, otherwise you're just gonna get half the points. The other problem is these non-special shinobi are at a really disadvantage because they only have like 20,000 maximum HP, and these can be removed easily by the shurikens or any of the attacks from the shukaku. Like 2 or 3 hits are just gonna kill every one of them. And if you die, of course, you don't get any points at all. It's not about half the points anymore. You die, you don't get anything at all. So that's a huge problem, and in order for that to be prevented, you need to play in teams, guys. You need to play in teams. You need to get divided, attack from far away, try to distract the sand boss as much as possible, avoid the shurikens, the sand shurikens that go everywhere. Try to be fast enough to avoid these attacks, and play in teams. I'm saying it again and again, play in teams. Now, the last thing we're going to be talking about here is the good old team that I always talk about in every Sam, the Sarada and Itachi version 2, and if possible, Ashikabaru with the old ultimates. But then you just need, in my opinion, you just need now Sarada with her ultimates that we got in Sam number 10. Maybe not even the ultimate, you can just use the 2 shuriken attacks. And if you use your ultimate, you can only use one of the shuriken attacks, and most likely you're going to use the 4-star one because it does more damage. And then, of course, Itachi version 2, as I mentioned before, he does a lot of damage using his 2 release nature ultimates. Sorry, not ultimates, ninjutsu. You're going to be using the Fireball Jutsu and the Amaterasu. That's all you need. You don't need the ultimate. The ultimate is resisted. I mean, you can use the... what is it called? The other ninjutsu that protect you, the Susanoo. You can use that if you want, if you feel like you can get destroyed easily, but there's no point of that if you have someone to nuke the sand boss with their shurikens, or like someone like Sasuke with his scatter showers that can kill the sand boss easily and faster than the sand boss would kill you. Okay, so yeah, again, the team of Sarada and Itachi version 2 is still viable. You can do a lot of damage with Sarada's shurikens, and the ultimate would make it even better because you can spam with the ultimates. That's pretty much what I want to say in this video, guys. I'm not going to make it any longer than that. Good luck to all of you in this Sam. This Sam I'm not going to be playing a lot. I'm not going to stream, as I mentioned. Yeah, I'm going for the top 5,000 here. If I have time, I might try to get the top 2.5,000, but I think it's not possible for me this Sam. So yeah, good luck to all of you. Hopefully you guys get Toby's ultimate, maybe even a couple of copies for that. So yeah, again, good luck to all of you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah, bye.
Huh. アムイの力を手裏剣に。